this Mato Grosso state together with Charl to find out if the Pantanal is living up to its reputation of being the best wildlife destination in South America. In this video I will not only give you my verdict, but I will also share some valuable information on how to get here, on what you can expect to see and photograph, on what we think is the best time to visit, as well as what camera gear you should be bringing when visiting the Pantanal. Finally, I will share our best shots taken on the safari, so make sure you stick around until the end. The Pantanal, the largest tropical wetland on our planet, spans across Brazil, Bolivia and Paraguay, and provides refuge to some iconic mammal and bird species. The primary access is from the Brazilian side, which offers a better tourism infrastructure, especially in the northern Pantanal where we visited. Reaching the northern Pantanal is straightforward. The main gateway is the town of Cuiabá, with short flight connections from the international hubs of Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. Once there, you need an organized transfer on the Trans-Pantanera Highway, a 147-kilometer dirt road that serves as a main route into the Pantanal wetland from Poconé to Porto Jofre. We highly recommend staying for 1 or 2 nights at one of the lodges or posadas along the Trans-Pantanera road before heading all the way to Porto Jofre. It is a great way to get accustomed with the habitat, and you have a chance to photograph some mammal and bird species that are less likely to be seen from the river, like the hyacinth macaw, the world's largest flying parrot, as well as the southern tamandua, and of course the iconic giant anteater. The standard of the accommodation is good, and most posadas have viewing platforms and offer guided nature walks and game drives. Once you reach Porto Jofre, you can either stay in one of the land-based lodges or ride on the river on one of the many houseboats. We opted for the latter and felt that we were closer to some of the jaguar hotspots, often being able to enjoy sightings to ourselves before other boats arrived. The Pantanal floodplain is crisscrossed by rivers and lagoons that originate in the upper Paraguay basin. This creates a stunning, ever-changing landscape that's home to more than 650 species of birds and more than 150 mammals. It is one of the only places in the world where you can confidently see jaguars in the wild, as well as giant otters, caimans, and the largest living rodent, the capybara. The dry season from June to September is the prime time for Pantanal wildlife spotting. During this period, water levels recede and animals concentrate around shrinking rivers and lagoons. This makes them easier to spot, and the reduced vegetation provides better visibility. We visited in August and enjoyed over 60 jaguar sightings in our 2 weeks there. The largest cat native to the Americas and the 3rd largest cat in the world is an excellent swimmer, and we were able to photograph jaguars swimming and hunting caimans on several occasions. The bright yellow blooming cambara trees provided stunning backdrops to jaguars up in trees and other wildlife during this time. The best way to explore the mosaic of rivers and channels is by using small boats that are typically provided by your accommodation. These boats come in various sizes and styles. Most of them seat between 4 to 10 guests and have no roof for unobstructed views and to avoid blocking other boats at sightings. Since temperatures can reach highs of 40 degrees Celsius, long sun protective clothing is recommended. Cold fronts are, however, possible at that time of year, so it is best to dress in layers. Our safaris started early in the morning before sunrise to try and find wildlife in the first light of day. It is typical in the Pantanal to have two guides. One that is driving the boat and communicates with other boats about sightings, and another guide that can speak both Portuguese and English, giving valuable information about flora and fauna and helping to position the boat at sightings. Both half and full day outings are possible, but because of the high temperatures in midday and the abundance of sightings, we headed back for lunch and a short resting time before heading out again in the afternoon. Some of the jaguar sightings were quite crowded with boats, especially if the jaguar was in a tree scanning the water below to catch a caiman. I must say though that everyone was respectful and quietly waiting for the cat to make its move. I found two camera bodies and lenses to be ideal for the Pantanal, especially if you shoot with a fixed focal length like I do. There is enough room on the boat to put your gear, and although I shot the majority with my 400mm f2.8 lens, there were occasions when I wanted to include more of the beautiful landscape, which I could do with my 100 to 500mm zoom lens. I never felt that I needed wider than that. If you only have a zoom lens, that will work perfectly fine, as you have the versatility. There were very rare occasions that I made use of my 1.4 teleconverter, mostly on small birds like the rare-to-see pygmy kingfisher. Most birds we got surprisingly close to. We did not bring any tripods or monopods on this trip, as we were afraid it would take up too much space on the boat, and because we like to move freely and quickly to follow moving wildlife. I believe though that the monopod can be very helpful at sightings with longer waiting periods to reduce arm fatigue and possibly missing the crucial moment. We have spent nearly 2 weeks on safari exploring the Pantanal, and it has been absolutely incredible. I'm not sure I can say it is the best wildlife destination in South America because I haven't been to all the natural habitats that this continent offers, but what I can tell you is that it has become my favorite new wildlife destination outside of Africa. The sheer natural beauty and diversity of wildlife have exceeded my expectations by far. Doing mainly boat safaris is not only relaxing, but it allows photographers to get close to the exotic bird species and the elusive jaguars hunting on the water's edge. A thrilling experience that has provided us with plenty opportunities to get great images. Here are Charl and my best shots. We hope you enjoy them and that they inspire you to join us on a Pangolin Photo safaris to the Pantanal very soon. If you like more information, check the link in the description. Thanks for watching and until next time.